So in case you missed it, there was a huge announcement in the Pokemon Presents this morning. Welcome back, my friends, to another video here on the channel. Today, wanted to quickly talk about this. It was in one of my reaction videos, but I want to actually make a little bit of a news video and kind of talk about it really quick because I thought it's pretty crazy. Honestly, it's pretty amazing. And that is the fact that there was a brand new Nintendo Switch Lite model announced. And this one's causing some issues for me personally, and I'll explain that in a second. But let's get to the news portion, and then I'll get to the more personal section after that. So like I said, a brand new Nintendo Switch Lite that was announced, and it is the Dialga and Palkia edition. I don't even know how to pronounce half of these Pokemon. Listen, I'm a massive Pokemon fan, but one thing I cannot, for some reason, get a grasp on is pronouncing Pokemon names correctly, except the original 151, and even then there's a couple in there that I still screw up. So I do apologize if I'm butchering the names. I love Pokemon. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. Just not good with the names. If you've been around the channel long enough, you know I'm just really bad at names in general. Anyways, look at this thing. It is just so crisp. It's, dude, not crisp. That's not the right word. I don't know why I'm saying crisp. This is like my new word. It's so beautiful, though. It is so beautiful. It's all blacked out. The box art is amazing. But if you actually take a look at the front of the Switch Lite itself, it has kind of like this metallic look, and they're actually calling it metallic gray. It kind of looks more black in certain areas, but if you look at the actual joysticks and the buttons that are blacked out, you can see that obviously it is gray. And I mean, obviously it's not black, but it's close. It's the closest to black because they actually have the other gray one. I can't remember what it's called. And that one's a little bit lighter, if I recall correctly. This one's a little bit darker, and again, the metallic looks just really cool. The blacked out buttons. I don't remember if the other gray Switch or whatever Switch Lite has that or not, but it just looks really good. And then if you look at the back side of it, oh my goodness gracious, the back side. And no, actually, I just remembered the actual gray one has white buttons, not blacked out buttons. So, but yeah. Anyways, the back of it. We have the two legendary Pokemon for Diamond and Pearl, and it just looks so good. So of course in a gold on the left, and then more of like a silverish on the right hand side. It just looks really good, and I think this is the best, in my opinion, the best Nintendo Switch, the best looking Nintendo Switch Lite that we've seen so far. And what's interesting is if you've kind of been around Nintendo for a while, you'll notice that it probably looks familiar, and that's because it's actually modeled after this special edition Nintendo DS way back in the day. It's literally the exact same thing to a T, except it's on the back of a Switch. So that's kind of what they modeled this special edition after, and it's just really cool, dude. It's really cool. It's my favorite one. And again, if you compare it to the actual normal gray Switch, the gray Switch is very gray. Like, it is very evidently gray, and with white sticks and white buttons and all that. And this one is more, like I said, I keep saying the phrase blacked out because it is. It's a very dark gray with black buttons and black sticks and all that. And it's just a really cool color scheme, in my opinion. It just works really well. And then that kind of metallic look, right, where you have that look that it looks like there's a texture in the finish, in the paint. I'm a huge fan of it. Now, where my issue comes in personally is, okay, for anyone who is basically debating the Nintendo Switch OLED, for example, right? Maybe you don't have a Switch Lite. So for someone like me, in my position, I've been wanting to get a Nintendo Switch Lite because I really like the fact that it's smaller, it's more compact, easier to take with you on the go. My wife has one. We got one for her a little while ago, and like a year or two ago. I can't remember when it was. And she's got the Coral one, which looks really cool. I wouldn't get the Coral one for myself, but it looks really cool. And with that one, I felt the Nintendo Switch Lite. I've been able to compare it to the normal Switch when you hold the normal Switch in handheld. And what I really like about the Switch Lite is it's compact, and it's very pocket friendly. It's very comfortable in the hands, in my opinion. Very comfortable. So I wanted to kind of one like that that's more kind of portable to take with me on the go, because I don't really like bringing my main Switch anywhere. It's more bulky and whatnot as well. And so I've been debating that. But the problem is that I was debating getting the Nintendo Switch OLED, mostly, you know, bring you guys an unboxing and all that good stuff as well. But I don't know if I could justify getting both. So for someone like me, that, you know, obviously, you know, with the Switch OLED, the main difference is the OLED screen, which has to do with handheld, right? You know, so if the console was like, you know, upscaled and docked, like if it was maybe 4K and docked or whatever, for example, like that we were all hoping for, then that'd be a different story. But because it's mostly handheld, where you see the differences, then the issue for me is, if do you get this Nintendo Switch Lite, this Pokemon one, or do you still go with the OLED, or do you get both? Which, again, I don't know if I could justify that. So let me know if any of you guys are in a similar situation. Were you thinking of the Nintendo Switch OLED, and now are you also contemplating this new Pokemon Switch Lite because maybe you don't have a Lite, maybe you want one, whether you already have a Switch or not? Are you in that same situation? If you don't have a Nintendo Switch at all, then that's a different scenario. If you can afford both, then obviously you can get the OLED one so you can play docked, and you can get the Switch Lite in handheld. Even then, no, it's kind of hard to justify getting two Switches. Even now, knowing that I already own one, this is why I never bought a Nintendo Switch Lite, because I already own a Nintendo Switch, a normal one. I'm like, well, what's the point? But the question for me, to you guys, are you considering the OLED? And are you also, or either or, are you, whether you were considering the OLED previously and maybe now you're not because you're considering the Switch Lite, are you considering the Switch Lite, or are you considering both? Are you considering either of these? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts and opinion and all that. But my goodness, man, this Switch Lite is super, super nice. The only thing that I would get above this one would be a Zelda-themed Switch. If they had like a Zelda-themed Switch Lite, that is the only thing I probably would get above this. Because this one, in my opinion, this is a really, really nice Nintendo Switch Lite. So anyways, I wanted to kind of quickly share that news with you guys for those guys who don't know about it. And I also wanted to kind of rant about it as well, because I think the thing looks beautiful. And I wanted to talk about it, man. You know what I mean? So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, let me know, hashtag Brilliant Diamond or hashtag Shining Pearl. Which one you guys are going to pick up at launch? If neither, then just, I don't know, put hashtag neither or something. I don't know. Hashtags, man. It's whatever, right? That's what we do apparently in this day and age. We use hashtags. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Another one. Stay safe, stay well. And if you missed any of the announcements, they're already up on Pokemon's channel, and my reactions are up on my channel if you guys want to check that as well. So anyways, see you guys soon. Another one. Till then, game on. Thanks for watching.